Yo, what's up guys? It's Killthrash here. Just playing with my Kaossilator, made by a company called Korg. Korg's known for their industry experience in musical devices like guitar pedals and different digital effect pedals, things like that. They also make these dynamic phase synthesizers, which are really cool for creating like beats on the fly. So you pop in your 4 AA batteries here. You plug your headphones in here, and you're ready to go. You can create basically 8 or 16-beat loops and record them and layer them basically to infinity, and you can play them back, or you can actually record them on an external source using a line out. You get a level line output here. So let's check it out. The first thing I do when I usually boot up the Kaossilator is that I put it into what's known as a delay mode or a 16-beat loop mode, and you do that by actually holding down the tap and record loop buttons here, and when you turn it on, it's going to give you a delay message, which enables you to put it into that 16-beat mode. At this point, you can hold down again the tap and loop buttons, and it's going to give you the default 8-beat loop. And we're going to go ahead and up it to 16. This is going to enable me to essentially double my recording time in loop 16 beats and layer those beats as much as I want. So it's going to take a second to initialize that 16-beat mode, and once it blinks, we're ready to go. The first thing I usually do is I create a drum track and kind of build on that drum track. So we're going to start out with some drums. Here you'll notice there's a pad that you can touch. It's all touch sensitive and it's pressure sensitive. So while I have the pad pressed with my finger, it's going to generate the sound effect that I'm currently on. If I move my finger around the pad, it's going to also change the way that particular sound happens here. And you'll see with drum tracks it sounds a lot different. You can also tap your beat. So if you wanted to tap something, you could also do that as well. Alright, so we're kind of improvising now, and I'm going to go ahead and lay down a basic drum track by holding down the loop button. And I like to hold it kind of sideways because my left hand does the recording while my right hand does the tapping. So let's get started. So I can press my loop button. It's not going to record until I actually start pressing the pad, which is nice. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down a quick drum track. Alright, so now we've got our full 16-beat note drum track, and we're ready to kind of layer our melodies on top of that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to switch over to a sound effect I like to try out. And this thing has 100 built-in sound effects. There's tons of stuff to play with. You can't add your own. It's all built in and preloaded, so you kind of have to deal with what they give you. But you can also adjust the key. The key being default is set at the key of C. You can change that as well to whatever key you want. You can also adjust the beats per minute, so that's your tempo adjustment. It defaults in at 120 beats per minute, which is pretty standard. So let's give it a go here. And that's kind of a cool sound effect. So let's layer a little melody on top of this drum track here. So we have that initial melody here. I think what I'm going to also do is change the key for a second. I'm going to go into maybe a high C. So I want to put it at an octave higher at a high C key. And you'll notice it's much higher. So we've got another layer on there. I think what I'll also do is I'll go down and we'll try some other sounds. There's a horn that I really like. I think it's this one, number 27, in the horn section. It's got a really cool mellow sound to it. And it kind of reminds me of like something you can see out of like Legend of Zelda or something like that. Another feature of the Kaossilator is that it also features a gate arpeggio, and what it does is if you activate the gate arpeggio, it will arpeggiate the sound effect that you're on at exactly 120 beats per minute. So it will match your current tempo, and it'll all fit together as long as you hold your finger down the pad. So for example, so it's kind of cool. It creates like a little arpeggio effect. All right, I'm gonna record something with this as well. So that's all in there. I think I'm also gonna play with the notes here as well. I think I'm gonna go down to a G. I think a G would sound pretty good with a C. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. But I'm gonna deactivate the arpeggio. I think I'm gonna look for like a smoother sound on the G. Sounds great, so I'm gonna so you can kind of improvise with that. I mean, there's no pattern to that. It's really sort of like the heart of the melody. Gonna improvise and record whatever my finger kind of does here, so let's see what happens. I kind of layered it with a layer of a higher octave. Sounds pretty good. Pretty much all I'm gonna really do with that one. And you'll kind of reach like a saturation point where everything kind of just blends in. I'm gonna turn the volume down a bit. So I think we've reached sort of a saturation point with this loop, and I think she's ready to go. And you can simply reset the whole thing by turning the power button off and on, and it resets the entire system. You can also erase by holding down this button as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, okay. I think we have to hit both these buttons at the same time. And if we hold down the button for only a short period, it'll only erase a portion of that loop. So you'll hear it kind of cut in and out. If I hold down erase for the entire 16 beats that we initially had in the beginning, it should erase the entire track, and you can start over, or you can simply just turn it off and on. But this allows you to keep your current settings if you use the erase. It allows you to use that 16 beat without having to reboot into that mode. So the erase is pretty nice because it'll also remain the G. It'll keep your key that you're in and your beats per minute and everything too. So that's it. So that's been a quick tutorial of the Korg Kaossilator. Dave Goldberg, I hope you enjoyed that. And you can buy this for around $120 or so online at different retailers on the street. But there you go. Thank you for watching.